South Africa. South Africa. South Africa is a country of breathtaking landscapes, vibrant culture, and unique wildlife. A place where every corner seems straight out of a 4 Kelvins documentary. From safaris across the savannah to towering mountains and coastlines where the Atlantic and Indian Oceans meet. It offers unforgettable experiences. Its history and heritage are reflected in places like Robben Island, while modern cities and wine regions showcase its cultural diversity. Based on historical and environmental documents, South Africa protects its nature and traditions, offering authentic and responsible adventures. Exploring South Africa is like stepping into a live 4 Kelvins documentary. Every landscape, every animal, and every city awakens awe and curiosity. Are you ready to discover it? Kruger National Park. Kruger National Park is the wild soul of South Africa, a vast territory covering almost 20,000 square kilometers, similar in size to an entire country. Exploring it is like stepping into a live 4 Kelvins documentary, with nature unfolding unfiltered, giraffes bending down to drink, herds of zebras crossing the savannah, and exotic birds painting the sky. Here you'll find the famous Big Five: lion, leopard, rhinoceros, elephant, and buffalo. Would you dare get up at 5 in the morning to feel the adrenaline rush of a dawn safari? The fresh air, the silence broken only by distant roars, and the sun rising over the horizon make the experience pure magic. According to conservation documents, Kruger was established in 1926 as South Africa's first national park, and today it's a model of sustainable management. Over the years, programs have been implemented to protect endangered species and promote responsible tourism. For me, being in Kruger is understanding that nature doesn't need a stage. It is the spectacle itself. Every tree, every river, and every animal tells a story that connects you to what is essential. From this animal kingdom, we move to a completely different, but equally impressive, natural icon, the majestic Table Mountain. Table Mountain. Table Mountain rises majestically above Cape Town, with its flat summit over 1,000 meters high, like a gigantic table, often covered by a blanket of clouds. Taking the cable car to its top is like watching a 4 Kelvins documentary in motion. The sprawling city, the shimmering Atlantic Ocean, and, on clear days, even the silhouette of Robben Island. Would you say yes to exploring its trails and discovering unique flowers like proteas, which only exist in this region? Walking across the plateau is to discover quiet corners and viewpoints that seem to hang over the horizon. Declared one of the 7 natural wonders of the world, Table Mountain is part of a national park that protects one of the richest floral ecosystems on the planet, the Fynbos. Geological documents reveal that its rocks are over 260 million years old, making it a timeless natural monument. For me, being at the summit is to feel nature's serene presence, reminding us of our insignificance. Up there, the air seems purer and time stands still. And after contemplating these breathtaking views, we descended to continue our journey to a place steeped in history and life lessons. Robben Island. Robben Island. Robben Island, off the coast of Cape Town, is a place steeped in history and memory. For decades, it served as a high-security prison. Where Nelson Mandela spent 18 of his 27 years of incarceration. Visiting it is like stepping into a living, breathing 4 Kelvins documentary, with its austere corridors, tiny cells, and harrowing stories. Would you dare to hear from former prisoners what life was like within those walls? The ferry crossing from the waterfront prepares the visitor. Little by little, the island emerges on the horizon as a powerful reminder of resilience. Declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1999, historical documents indicate that before becoming a prison, it was also a leper colony and a military base. Today, it has been transformed into a living museum. Where guided tours aim to convey not pain, but learning and reconciliation. For me, walking through Robben Island is to understand that freedom should never be taken for granted. The contrast between the iron bars and the view of the deep blue sea encapsulates the paradox of this place. After this life lesson, we shift gears to visit a natural setting where the oceans meet, the breathtaking Cape Point. Cape Point. Cape Point is a spectacle where nature unleashes its full power. Located on the Cape Peninsula, its cliffs plunge abruptly into the sea, and the wind blows with such intensity that it seems to want to push you toward the ocean. From the lighthouse, the panorama is a 4 Kelvins documentary. That unites the Atlantic and Indian Oceans in a dance of currents. Would you dare to climb to the highest viewpoint with the sea roaring beneath your feet? Every step feels like a journey between drama and beauty. According to maritime documents, Bartolomeu Dias named it Cape of Storms in 1488 due to the difficulty of navigating these waters. Later, it was renamed Cape of Good Hope, a symbol of new routes to the east. Today, it forms part of a nature reserve inhabited by baboons, ostriches, and antelopes. For me, Cape Point is pure energy, a place that showcases the grandeur of the planet in its most untamed state. After such ruggedness, the journey softens with a peaceful and colorful stroll. The Kirstenbosch Botanical Garden. Kirstenbosch Botanical Garden. Kirstenbosch is a paradise at the foot of Table Mountain, a garden that brings together the best of South African flora. Proteas, aloes, and endemic plants create a 4 Kelvins living documentary that surprises at every turn. The boomslang, an elevated bridge that winds through the trees, offers a unique walk above the forest canopy. Would you like to explore it at sunset? With the mountain illuminated in golden hues, the feeling is like walking through a botanical dream. Founded in 1913, according to botanical records, it was the first garden in the world dedicated exclusively to local flora. It's part of the Cape Floral region, a World Heritage Site renowned for its extraordinary biodiversity. For me, Kirstenbosch is much more than a garden. It's a celebration of plant life at its finest. Sitting in its meadows, listening to open-air concerts, is a way to connect culture and nature. From this green oasis, the route takes us to a vibrant space where the city meets the sea, the V&A waterfront. V&A waterfront. The V&A waterfront is the meeting point between port tradition and urban modernity. Restaurants, shops, and boats create a lively atmosphere that feels like a 4 Kelvins documentary about a coastal city. Here, the aromas of fresh fish mingle with street music and the bustle of tourists preparing to board boats to Robben Island. Would you be up for a boat trip while Table Mountain is reflected in the water? Built on a historic 19th century port, urban development documents indicate that it was renovated in the 1,990 seconds to revitalize the area. Today, it is one of the most visited places in the country. With more than 20 million visitors annually. For me, the waterfront is a living postcard that combines Cape Town's maritime soul with its cosmopolitan face. From this vibrant modernity, we venture once again into the wildest nature, the Blyde River Canyon. Blue River Canyon. The Blyde River Canyon, at 26 kilometers long, is the 3rd largest canyon in the world and one of the greenest. Its rocky walls covered in vegetation and the river snaking below create a 4 Kelvins documentary of spectacular landscapes. The 3 rondavelles, rock formations that resemble giant huts, are its most famous feature. Would you dare to peer over the edge from the windows of God Viewpoint to feel its immensity? According to geological records, the canyon was formed millions of years ago, and today is home to endemic species of plants and birds. It's part of the panorama route, which includes waterfalls and other viewpoints. For me, the Blide is a masterpiece of nature, a place that surprises at every turn. From these imposing heights, we travel towards a plain where elephants reign supreme. Addo Elephant National Park. Addo Elephant National Park. Addo Elephant National Park is a sanctuary where over 600 elephants roam majestically across the savanna. Watching them bathe in waterholes or care for their young is like witnessing a 4 Kelvins documentary of tenderness and power. Would you say yes to spending hours observing how they interact in their natural habitat? The proximity to these giants is truly moving. Established in 1931 to protect the last 11 elephants surviving in the region, conservation documents highlight that today it is a model of success in wildlife protection. In addition to elephants, it is also home to buffalo, rhinoceros, and lions. For me, Addo is a symbol of hope. It demonstrates that well-directed human action can save species. And from here, we continue on to a place where rainforest meets ocean. Garden route. The Garden Route is a scenic itinerary connecting Cape Town to Port Elizabeth, passing through beaches, mountains, and charming towns. Driving along it is like watching a 4 Kelvins documentary. That changes scene every kilometer. Dunes merging into forests, crystal clear lagoons, and rocky coastlines lapped by waves. Would you say yes to driving it with the windows down and music playing in the background? Travel guides describe it as one of the most beautiful routes on the planet, ideal for adventurers seeking variety in a short amount of time. It includes national parks, vineyards, and vibrant coastal towns. For me, the Garden Route is the best summary of South Africa. Diversity, hospitality, and natural beauty, all in one trip. Thus, we concluded our South African journey with the certainty of having experienced a true voyage of discovery. Drakensberg, mountains. The Drakensberg Mountains are the highest mountain range in South Africa. A natural wall over 3,400 meters high that impresses with its grandeur. Walking through its verdant valleys and past waterfalls is like stepping into a 4 Kelvins documentary. With each step revealing even more breathtaking landscapes, would you dare to hike to the famous amphitheater, a monumental cliff that takes your breath away? According to archaeological records, these mountains hold thousands of rock paintings created by the Sand People more than 3,000 years ago. Today, they are a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a popular destination for hikers and nature lovers. For me, the Drakensberg Mountains are a fusion of history and natural beauty, a place where the past and present meet in harmony. From these majestic heights, we descend into a fertile valley steeped in tradition, the Valley of the Olives. Luluwe-Imfolozi National Park. Luluwe-Imfolozi is one of Africa's oldest national parks, renowned as the birthplace of white rhino conservation. Its verdant hills and meandering rivers create a 4 Kelvins wildlife documentary at its finest. Would you say yes to embarking on a safari to see giraffes, lions, and buffalo in their natural habitat? Historical records highlight that it was established in 1895, and that, thanks to its conservation programs, the rhino population grew from just a few hundred to thousands. Today, it remains a global example of conservation. For me, Luluwe-Imfolozi is proof that human action can make a difference. From this land of hope, we travel to another reserve full of surprises, Pilanesberg, Sun City Resort. Sun City Resort is the perfect contrast to the surrounding nature. This resort, known as the Las Vegas of Africa, offers casinos, golf courses, and water parks in a spectacular setting. Walking through its grounds is like stepping into a luxurious and fun 4 Kelvins documentary. Would you say yes to sliding down its giant water slides? Or trying your luck at its gaming tables? Opened in 1979, according to tourist information, it quickly became a favorite destination for locals and international visitors alike. It has hosted concerts by international artists and renowned sporting tournaments. For me, Sun City is a demonstration of how South Africa can combine nature and modernity. After this urban respite, we return to the coast to feel the breeze at North Beach. Golden Gate Highlands National Park. Golden Gate Highlands National Park dazzles with its golden sandstone mountains that shimmer in the sunlight. Its rock formations look like something out of a 4 Kelvins documentary, painted by nature itself. Would you say yes to walking among these cliffs that change color with the daylight? Established in 1963, geological records indicate that dinosaur fossils and petrified footprints have been found here. It's also home to zebras, antelopes, and birds of prey. For me, Golden Gate Highlands is a visual spectacle that invites you to stop and contemplate. From this golden landscape, we continue to the southernmost point of Africa, Cape Agulhas. Kango Caves. The Kango Caves in Oudtshoorn are an underground world of stalactites and stalagmites that form natural sculptures. Entering their illuminated caverns, is like stepping into an underground 4 Kelvins documentary, where stone is transformed into ancient art. Would you dare to explore the narrowest passages on an adventure tour? Discovered in the 18th century, archaeological documents indicate that they served as a refuge for San communities for thousands of years. Today, they are open to the public with guided tours that combine history and science. For me, the Kango Caves are a reminder that the planet holds hidden treasures underground. And so we conclude this South African tour with a journey that combines desert, mountains, sea, and mystery. Lake Nisna. Lake Nizhna is an enchanting lagoon surrounded by verdant hills and dense forests, one of the most magical places on the garden route. Its calm waters reflect the sky like a mirror. Creating scenes worthy of a 4 Kelvins documentary. A ferry ride across the lagoon reveals hidden islands, birds in flight, and fishermen working with timeless patience. Would you say yes to a trip to Featherbed Nature Reserve, where the silence blends with the murmur of the water? The feeling is one of pure calm, as if time stands still. According to environmental documents, the lake connects to the ocean through a narrow passage called the Heads, considered one of the most dangerous in the world for navigation. Despite this, Knysna flourished as a lumber port. And today is famous for its oysters, celebrated in an annual festival that attracts visitors from all over the world. For me, this lake is a combination of serenity, flavor, and natural beauty. After this aquatic experience, we continued our tour to an architectural symbol of the region, the Knysna Bridge. Tsitsikamma National Park. Tsitsikamma National Park. Tsitsikamma, whose name means land of abundant water, in Khoisan, is a paradise of cliffs, rivers, and forests that meet the sea. Its famous suspension bridge over the Storms River is a 4 Kelvins documentary of adrenaline and beauty. Walking across it, with the waves crashing below, is an unforgettable experience. Would you dare to cross it with your arms outstretched to feel the sea breeze on your face? Founded in 1964, according to environmental documents, it was a pioneer in marine conservation in South Africa. Otters, dolphins, and a wide variety of coastal birds inhabit the park. For me, Tsitsikamma is a place where the power of the ocean interacts with the serenity of the forest, creating a perfect balance. From this park, the journey culminates by exploring one of the most famous routes in the world, the Garden Route. Karoo National Park. The Karoo National Park is a vast semi-desert that surprises with its silence and vastness. Traveling across its endless plains feels like stepping into a 4 Kelvins documentary where the sky and the land seem to have no limits. Its sunsets paint the horizon in oranges and violets, creating an unforgettable spectacle. Would you dare to camp under a sky so starry it resembles a dome of diamonds? Established in 1979, conservation documents highlight that the park protects unique species adapted to aridity, such as antelopes and meerkats. Its resilient and surprising flora blooms after the rains. carpeting the ground in unexpected colors. For me, the Karoo is a reminder of the beauty that resides in the simple and the vast. From here, the journey leads us to a stark contrast: the imposing Drakensberg Mountains. Olive Valley. The Olive Valley is an agricultural region where tranquility blends with tradition. Here, the fields stretch out in verdant rows, and the air is filled with the scent of freshly pressed olive oil. Strolling through these estates is like enjoying a 4 Kelvin's gastronomic documentary, where each olive tree tells a story of patience and care. Would you like to try homemade bread dipped in golden oil under a clear sky? Regional reports indicate that olive cultivation in South Africa has developed to a high standard, competing with Mediterranean oils. Furthermore, the estates offer guided tours and tastings. For me, the Olive Valley is a reminder that a country's wealth also lies in its cultivated land. After this rural respite, we continue on to Hluluwe Imfolozi National Park. Pilanesberg Nature Reserve. The Pilanesberg Nature Reserve, situated in an ancient volcanic crater, offers unique landscapes with lakes surrounded by hills. Exploring it is like stepping into a 4 Kelvin's documentary. Where the Big Five coexist in a fascinating ecosystem. Would you dare spend a night in a lodge and listen to the sounds of the savannah as you sleep? Established in 1979, conservation documents recount that Operation Genesis was developed here, reintroducing thousands of animals to their natural habitat. Today, it's one of the best places to observe wildlife near Johannesburg. For me, Pilanesberg is an unexpected gem, a reminder that even in the crater of an ancient volcano, life can flourish. And right next door, we find an oasis of modern entertainment, Sun City Resort. North Beach. North Beach in Durban is a paradise for surfers and sea lovers. Its consistent waves and golden sand make every day feel like a 4 Kelvins documentary, full of movement. Families stroll along the boardwalk. Vendors offer ice cream, and young people challenge the waves on their surfboards. Would you dare to jump in and ride a wave under the African sun? Travel guides highlight that Durban is home to one of the largest Indian communities outside of India, which is reflected in its seaside cuisine. Spicy curry and ocean breezes, a perfect combination. For me, North Beach is pure energy. A place where the city and nature coexist in harmony. After enjoying the coast, we traveled inland to explore a park of golden landscapes, Golden Gate Highlands. Cape Agulhas. Cape Agulhas is the true southern tip of the African continent, where the Atlantic and Indian Oceans officially meet. The lighthouse that dominates the landscape has guided sailors for over a century. And the view resembles a 4 Kelvins documentary where 2 seas collide in an eternal dance. Would you dare to stand on the line that marks the meeting of the oceans? Maritime documents recount that Agulhas was feared by sailors due to its currents and storms. Today, it is a place of pilgrimage for those who wish to experience the end of Africa. For me, being in Agulhas is to experience the thrill of touching the edge of a continent. And from this mythical point, we head towards the mysterious depths of the Kango Caves. Mossel Bay. Mossel Bay is a coastal town that combines warm water beaches with a rich historical legacy. Bartolomeu Dias landed here in 1488, making it one of the first points of European contact in South Africa. Walking along its shoreline, is like stepping into a 4 Kelvins documentary, a blend of golden sand, gentle waves, and fishing boats entering and leaving the harbor. Would you be tempted to visit the Maritime Museum dedicated to Dias and then take a swim in the bay? The experience is a bridge between past and present, where history flows alongside tourism. Historical documents mention the famous mail tree, a gigantic tree where sailors would leave letters inside shoes or boxes to be collected by other navigators, a kind of natural post office from the 15th century. Today, Mossel Bay remains a strategic location, but also a tourist destination. With waterfront restaurants and cage diving excursions to observe great white sharks. For me, the town is a symbol of South African identity, tradition, adventure, and hospitality. After strolling through its streets and feeling the Atlantic breeze, we headed towards the tranquil and captivating Lake Knysna, one of the jewels of the garden route. Knysna Bridge. The Knysna Bridge is an architectural icon that, with its elegant metal arch, connects the two shores of the city. Walking across it is like stepping into a 4 Kelvin's urban natural documentary. On one side, the tranquil waters of the lake. On the other, the vibrant life of the city. Would you dare to stop right in the middle to watch the sun set behind the hills and paint the water in golden hues? The bridge is, without a doubt, the best vantage point to understand the essence of Knysna. Built in 1924, engineering documents highlight it as a technical achievement that facilitated the development of the region. Over the years, it has gone from being a simple connecting route to becoming a tourist attraction in its own right. Photographers, travelers, and locals alike choose it as the backdrop for unforgettable memories. For me, the Knysna Bridge symbolizes the union of history, architecture, and landscape. After enjoying the views, our journey takes us inland to the Stellenbosch wine region. Stellenbosch wine region. Stellenbosch is the wine heart of South Africa, a valley surrounded by mountains, where vineyards stretch out like verdant carpets. Strolling among rows of vines in the late afternoon light is like stepping into a 4 Kelvins documentary brimming with flavor and elegance. Would you say yes to a tasting of robust reds or crisp whites in a centuries-old winery? The experience combines idyllic landscapes with unforgettable aromas. Founded in 1679 by Dutch settlers, historical documents indicate that Stellenbosch was one of the country's first centers of viticulture. Today, the region boasts over 150 wineries, offering tasting tours, museums, and well-preserved colonial architecture. For me, Stellenbosch is liquid culture. Every glass of wine reflects centuries of tradition and modernity. After toasting with a fine wine, we headed to the neighboring Franschhoek Valley, known as the French Corner.